using cool colors. Well done. Welcome to Bold Soul Whimsy, the home of bold art, gluten-free foods, and creative homemaking. Today we're going to need paper, pencil, Sharpie, glue stick, squeeze glue, something circular to trace, magazines, and scissors. We need torn paper in red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, and white. And white. First, we're going to use our circular item, in my case a large bowl, to create the outline of the circle in the very middle of the paper. Going as big as you can, fill that paper up. Next, we're going to use our ruler to create the 3 lines of our peace sign. I just like outlining around the outside of the ruler to get approximately about the same width. Next, I'm going to use a thick black marker to quickly outline around my pencil, just so I can see my edges a little bit more clearly. Next, we're going to use our glue stick to prepare a small section of the peace sign. I'm going to start on the warm color side with red. I'm going to be using my torn paper pieces to start filling in about 1/3 of 1/2 of the peace sign. Try to make sure that you're covering up all the white paper areas in between in the area you've decided to be red, and try to make sure that the pieces stick nicely down. It doesn't need to be perfect at this stage, but you don't want to lose pieces when you're moving around. Also, if your pieces don't fit, just tear them up a little bit smaller so they can match the edges around the black marker outline. After the red area is completed, we're going to move on to our next section, applying a thin layer with the glue stick and moving on to orange. Again, following the same rules, filling in all the white areas of that section, ripping your pieces to fit so they are nice and neat alongside and coming up against the black outline with your marker. After orange, it's time to move on to our yellow section, which is going to be on both sides of that slanted line area for the peace sign symbol. Now that the warm color side is finished with red, orange, and yellow, it's time to move over to the cool color side, green, blue, and purple. And we're going to be following the same rules, applying a thin layer of our glue using glue stick. And I'm going to choose to start at the top using green for my first color. After green, I'm going to use blue in the middle, and the bottom area will be purple. Now that the cool color side, green, blue, and purple is complete, it's time to move into the middle. That's where we're going to be using the white and black text paper that we tore up. Same rules apply. We're going to do a thin layer using our glue stick, and we're going to carefully fill in the edges, paying special attention to trying to make sure that the edges of the torn pieces of paper line up nicely with our drawn outline for the peace sign, so we have a nice crisp straight edge. Now this looks really cool, the smaller pieces that you put on, because the text, the font will be different and start layering together in an interesting way. Now that all sections of your peace sign have collage paper glued on, now would be a good time to add those finishing touches, those little details. So going back in, tearing up smaller pieces of different colors, making sure all the white paper underneath is covered up, and making sure that you are happy with the product. Once you are happy with your collaged paper, now it's time to add a very thin layer of squeeze glue. I like just doing a wiggly line from one side to the other. Then I'm going to use a brush. You could also use your fingers to carefully spread out that thin layer of glue. That's going to create a more cohesive or unified look. And yes, you are going to lose some pieces. Just stick them right back down. This way, the thin layer of glue will make sure that all your pieces are lying nice and flat, and they're a little bit more protected. They're not as likely to come off. After 3 or 4 hours of dry time, you can cut out your peace sign. That'll create a nice crisp outside edge. And ta-da! You have a beautiful color scheme peace sign using warm colors and cool colors. Well done. And remember, be bold, feed your soul, and find the whimsy. Thank you for the visit. Please like this video and subscribe to Bold Soul Whimsy, where you can look forward to at least 2 videos and related blog posts each week on bold art, gluten-free foods, and creative homemaking.